and shed more light on this. What inspired you?
So there was a video clip that I watched.
Yeah.
And maybe we can throw it in. I'll share that with you, Dale.
Men, look up here. Traditional men, wake up. You need to be careful, because what used to make us call ourselves men is being shattered from its root. You know, traditionally speaking, the perspective about a husband is the most empowered person financially. Traditionally, that's what it has been. The husband is usually the most financially empowered. So the mother and all the children look up to him, as all of us look up to the Lord from whence cometh our help. So that definition defined our masculinity. It made us to feel that we are men because we can provide. Now we are living in a generation whereby women are making more. It's going to get serious over the next few years. So all the bragging about, listen to me, I'm the provider. Calm down, sir, I will pay your salary. So let me say this, sir. When your wife's income is more than yours, how do you define yourself as a man? You must find a better definition of a husband than provider. Number two, there's a definition that we as men are the ones who are the final say. What if you marry a woman who is several times more intelligent than you do? Because intelligence is not measured by gender. Number three, what makes you a father is no longer just a provider. You know why? For a moment, your children will rely on you giving up to their 18. Hopefully. What if you are the father of Pella? Father, be careful how you treat your children. Don't allow this. You know, it took you 50 years to see your first 100 million. It's what they make with ease now in 1 month. So if money is what makes you a father, what do you do when your children earn more than you? Question, what makes you a father? Number two, mommy, what makes you a mother? Memories of care that money can't give them. Memories of attention that Facebook can't give them. They have 5 million followers, but they are feeling lonely. The memory of your care and attention, the calls you make, your presence, that my son will call me 1 hour every night. Prosperity is all around.
It struck a chord the way that he talked about the shift in the male, the role of men. Mm-hmm. And in general, so I do have a bit of a cough thing, so I'm sorry if I keep coughing on this episode.
And you're drinking cold stuff.
Anyway, so I having come back to Zambia as well, yeah. I can see the difference in what the male culture is doing abroad, because there's a lot of, like, they call it toxic masculinity abroad, right? Mm-hmm. They keep saying, oh, men need to be softer. We don't want these, you know, aggressive male roles that exist. So they want men to be softer over there, which has kind of also led to this far movement to, like, a trans, you know, that shift has gone that far over there. But over here, culturally, we're very... it's still that old culture of one man in the home and he's the provider. I still see women guadaling all over their husbands, you know, washing hands and, you know, like this over-the-top respect, and she's a corporate lawyer.
You're not condemning, you're just talking about it.
I'm just talking.
You're just talking about it.
It's my observation.
Yeah.
But then when I saw that clip, I started to look at how I feel like Zambian men are a little bit lost. Mm-hmm. You know, they want to still have that role. They see the shift, but they don't quite know where their place is, you know. They still want to have the wife, the children, the family, and the side chicks. Like, you know, you want everything. But, like, the dynamics are no longer that way. And it's this expectation that you think that the woman's just going to accept, your wife is just going to accept this, you know. But if they can change, if they can earn their own money, I think we're getting more divorce as well in Zambia. So I say that based on just what I've observed, not because I've got facts. But, yeah, so I think that there's a big shift. And I think Zambian men are, like, a little bit in limbo.
Okay. All right. So shall we explore? Let's start with point number one. Mm-hmm. Traditional gender roles in Zambia, as it has been understood. Okay, you've skimmed over, and you're thinking modernity should not be compromised by historical behavior of the gender, isn't it?
What do you mean should not be?
Like when you made reference to a corporate lawyer who has to, go through the motions, it's not basically making sense to you.
Not to me,
Yeah.
no. I feel like, why do I need to be so submissive when, what is that giving? What is that giving in a relationship?
So before we discuss that, because it's a point, there are two things that happen. There's recognizing the traditional role that the woman plays and the man, all right? And there's also the desire that I can actually do it. I want to do it. And then me and you understanding that in some aspects, they actually want to do that.
Who? The women want to do
In
that.
some aspects, there are women who say, I will do this and I'll do that. So
But
there are a lot
is
of
that a
high-profile
woman who... Go ahead.
There are a lot of high-profile women who, when prodded, they'll not go out of their way and just saying, no, I do this for my husband. But when they are in a space where they're educating, informing, and exchanging ideas with, people, they'll say, like, there are things that you can't drop the ball when it comes to this because I still do this. And yet, look at where I am. So there will be points where you can argue, and then there are points where you're thinking, this is just not making sense to me. Yeah, but you can...
I think what I would say is, maybe yes, there's an element of you still do that, respect. How do we define that? Like, why do I need to make sure that your food is cooked? That when you come home at 12 o'clock after you've seen your side chicks, I should have your nshima ready for you? Like, why does a woman feel like she needs to do that?
Well, she married into that situation. At the beginning when
She
it
did
started.
not marry into a side chick situation.
Well, that's something different. We're talking about me and you. If we get into that situation, that's from the beginning. Because remember, there are two schools of thought here, and also there are two practical applications of the roles. There's the side where the man is taught you are the man, hey, what not, and you as a woman, this and that. But before we dilute it with our own arguments, let's do a traditional historical background, and then we explore that much more.
Well, because then you pick that up, because I don't have that
Yes.
traditional side.
Yes, you don't.